All right. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome today to our How to Create a Website Using a Free Website Builder webinar. This is a part of our digital marketing, Small Business Month webinar series for the month. And yeah, we'll get started. So before we get started, a land acknowledgement. We acknowledge the lands which constitute the present-day city of Mississauga as being part of the treaty lands and traditional territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, the Seneca and Attawandaron and wider Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Huron-Wendat First Nation. We recognize these peoples, the Anishinaabe, the Ojibwe-Chippewa nations within the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, the Huron-Wendat, and all other peoples who inhabited these lands since time immemorial. The city of Mississauga is home to First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples. As a municipality, the city of Mississauga is actively working towards reconciliation by continuing to strengthen our relationship with Indigenous communities. We formally recognize the Anishinaabe origins of our name, and we continue to make Mississauga a safe space for all Indigenous peoples. So this month is Small Business Month. This month we celebrate and highlight the contributions of Mississauga small and medium-sized businesses whose ideas and determination build the backbone of our Mississauga small business community. So today, this month, we are here to celebrate you. Again, this webinar is presented by Idea Mississauga. We are your central source for small business information, resources, and guidance. We are currently providing our support and services remotely from Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, and we offer free business information and guidance, webinars and workshops, resources and tools, training and mentorship programs, as well as entrepreneurship programs. So just a bit more information on some of our programs. We have our business advisory services, which is a combination of our legal services, accounting services, business operations, sales strategy services, digital marketing, as well as our scale-up services. And to learn more about each program, we also have included a URL on each slide. So feel free to learn more and check out that URL. We also have our summer company program. So this program is a business training and mentorship program, which helps you get your business up and running. It is open to 18 to 35-year-old students. And at the end of the program, there's also an opportunity to win a grant of up to $3,000 to help you launch your summer business. Again, the URL to learn more is included on the slide. We also have our Starter Company Plus program. So this program consists of free training and business skills development, free mentorship and guidance, as well as the opportunity to apply for a program grant of up to $5,000. Our Scale Up program is a 4-month program that supports innovative and inclusive companies to grow and overcome barriers. You attend workshops, you connect with experienced mentors, and at the end of the program, you also pitch your business to potential investors. And our business investment sector development, this consists of enhancing and optimizing business retention and expansion opportunities through B2B connections. We have guidance related to government program assistance and approvals, as well as international delegation through support and services. And just a bit more information on our team. So we are here to help you. We have John Lamb, who is our entrepreneurship and innovation specialist, who helps with businesses to expand and grow and scale up. We have Susan Lovelace, who is our small business consultant. Myself, I'm the communications coordinator. I help with general inquiries. And we also have Sahana, who is the project coordinator for Digital Main Street, as well as My Main Street, but she is also conducting digital marketing consultations. If you're not already signed up for our e-newsletter, here is the barcode that you can scan with your phone to sign up. It'll take you straight to the page. If you want any information on our upcoming events, webinars, and workshops, it's best to sign up for our e-newsletter. You'll be the first to hear about it through there. And we do send it out bi-weekly. So if you haven't already signed up, I would highly encourage you to sign up through this barcode. And some more information on how you can reach us. For small business support and success, you can contact us through our email, which is idea@mississauga.ca, our phone number, which is 905-615-4460, and our website, www.ideamississauga.ca to learn more. You can also follow us on social media. We're at Idea Mississauga on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And now I will be handing it off to Sahana, who is our project coordinator for Digital Main Street and My Main Street. So she'll just be giving us a bit more information on both of the programs.
Thank you, Mona. As Mona mentioned, my name is Sahana, and I am the project coordinator for the Digital Main Street program. And I just wanted to come up, sorry, Mona, slides.
Oops. I don't know what happened. Okay, we're good.
No worries. So I did want to come on here today to talk to you about two really great programs for small businesses, one of them being Digital Main Street. So we are happy to be having this program back at the city. This program is designed to provide free digital assessments of your business, help to enhance your business presence online, and provide free one-on-one guidance, resources, and recommendations on how to grow digitally. Additionally, our Digital Main Street members do take you through and help you apply for the Digital Transformation Grant. So our Digital Main Street members are Yusuf, Simran, and Shushti, each of them representing different areas in Mississauga, and they will provide one-on-one support and take you through how to either apply for the Digital Transformation Grant or how to improve your current online presence. So once again, if you are interested in this program, please sign up by going to idmsaga.ca/Digital Main Street. And for our next program, we have the My Main Street program, which is another wonderful program for small businesses. This program is designed to support new and existing small brick and mortar Main Street businesses in Mississauga's Clarkson, Cooksville, Malton, Port Credit, Streetsville, and the downtown core area. This program provides free market research, helps to identify business opportunity, and helps you apply for a non-repayable funding contribution. Market research can be something that is very costly to small businesses, and we are happy to sort of provide this service to you for free. And additionally, our ambassadors also sit with you one-on-one to really identify business opportunities to help you grow your business or evolve your business. And lastly, our ambassadors have been working with businesses to help them apply for some funding contributions and have successfully helped a few businesses receive these funding contributions. So our ambassadors on the team are Duncan, Emanuela, Yao, and Saida, a team of experts who are really out there working with small businesses to help them grow. And if you are interested in this business and to check your eligibility, sign up at our website on idmsaga.ca/MMS. And then for the month of Small Business Month, we are excited to be presenting other webinars, including today's. The next week, we'll be presenting how to optimize your website. We'll also be doing a webinar on doing business with the government. And lastly, a webinar on how to improve your Facebook ads. And if you are interested in any of these programs, do feel free to sign up at idmsaga.ca/events. And lastly, a few reminders for today's sessions. Audio is available for speakers and panelists only. Camera display is available for speaker and panelists only. This session is being recorded and available after today's session. Please use chat area to offer comments and ask questions. Please put to all panelists. And lastly, today's presentation, resources, and a feedback survey will be emailed to attendees following today's session. And for our presenter today, we have Simrit, who's our Digital Service Squad member for the Malton and Streetsville area, and she will be talking to you about how to build a website using a free website builder. So over to you, Simrit.
Thank you, Sahana. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. And as Sahana mentioned, my name is Simrit, and I'm the Digital Service Squad member for Malton and Streetsville. Today, I will be discussing how to create a free website on a website builder. So I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen. So to start off, in today's presentation, I will be discussing how to create a website using a free website builder. And furthermore, I will be discussing some of the questions that are important to consider when deciding whether or not to use website builders for your business website. I will then provide an overview of 3 popular website builders before moving on to discuss what a one-page website is and its components. And lastly, I will finish off with a discussion about Google Search Console before moving on to the website demonstration. Okay, so to begin with, a website builder is a platform that allows websites to be built using their drag and drop functions. So some examples of website builders include Wix, Weebly, and GoDaddy. I'll discuss these in further detail later on. One thing to note is that you don't have to have web development or web design experience in order to create a website using a website builder. Websites can often be built on these platforms in four easy steps. So the first would be to create an account on a website builder of your choice. Then you choose a template that fits the type of website that you want to build. And then you would edit the template to include the business content on the website. And then once you're happy with how your website looks, you may publish. Okay, so before choosing a website builder, it's important to ask yourself if a website builder is right for your business. And there are a few questions that come along with this. So one of the first questions that you may want to consider is who will create your website and who will also maintain it. So if your website was built or is being built by someone who doesn't have a lot of web design experience, or if they don't have any web design experience, then a website builder is a great option for your business. Just because they're very easy to use and they don't require any knowledge of coding. The other scenario is if your website was initially built by a professional, but you wish to maintain the website on your own, then a website builder may be a great choice for you as well. Another question to consider is it in terms of how much you're willing to spend on your website, so the budget of your website. Website builders often come with free plans, which allow for the creation of basic websites, but for more advanced features, you will be required to purchase a paid plan. And lastly, the question that you want to ask yourself is, what do you want your business's website to look like? So something to keep in mind is that website builders, they use templates that are available to anyone who's using their platform. So websites created using website builders can have a similar look and feel to them because people are using similar templates or like the same templates to create their websites. And here I've included a slide about free and paid plans for you to look over on your own. Just something that I want to point out here is that if you're creating a website with a free plan, the website builders do like to advertise their platforms on the free websites. So that's just something to keep in mind. Because if you don't want the ads to be displayed on your website, then you may have to purchase a paid plan. Okay, so I just want to note that in this presentation, I will be discussing various platforms that are available to users. Please note that the City of Mississauga is not affiliated with any of these providers. So please use your own discretion when you're selecting a platform for your business. So here we have three popular website builders, Wix, GoDaddy, and Weebly. They all offer free plans to build websites. Wix offers more flexibility in terms of how you can design your website in terms of where you want to place your content. There isn't a lot of restriction when it comes to that. But if you're using Weebly and GoDaddy, they have more restricted layouts on their templates. All three of them also offer e-commerce options. For instance, Wix and Weebly, they offer free online stores you can create through Ecwid and Square. And if you are interested in e-commerce, a great source to consider is Shopify. So Shopify is a great tool if you want to set up an online store. It allows you to sell online through your website. You can also sell through Shopify in store through a POS or on social media or through online marketplaces such as Facebook Marketplace. They also have a 14-day free trial if you want to try it out. Okay, so here I've included examples of the pricing plans offered by some of the website builders. So this is the pricing plan for Wix, and then here's one for GoDaddy. And this is just something that you may want to explore on your own in case you are considering purchasing paid plans. One thing to note is that some of the website builders only offer pricing in US dollars, so just make sure that you're aware of which currency the prices are offered in before selecting a plan. Okay, so today I will be showing you how to create a one-page website on a website builder. A one-page website is exactly what it sounds like. It's a website that consists of a single page that typically uses a scroll feature to display its contents. This is in contrast to a classic website. A classic website has a home page, and then the home page links to other pages, such as an About Us page or a Products and Services page, or even Contact Us. So there are some things that you should include on a one-page website or a website in general, and the first is your company logo. It's important to have your logo on your website for brand recognition. Another important element to include on your website is a navigation menu. So the navigation menu tells your website visitors the different sections or the different pages of your website. And it's good to have around 5 to 7 items. You want enough information on your website to tell the visitors about your business, but you don't want your website to look overcrowded or crowded in general. Another important element is having an organized layout. So typically you would have the header at the top of your website, the main section in the middle, which contains like the bulk of your content, and then you have your footer at the bottom. And it's also important to include a call to action. So a call to action tells visitors how to interact with your website. So think about what it is that you would want your website viewers and visitors to do once they're on your web pages. Some examples of call to actions or CTAs include subscribe buttons. So if you want them to subscribe to marketing emails or newsletters, you can include subscribe buttons and forums. Or if you have an online store where you want them to order from, you can include buttons that say order now or buy online. So those are just some examples of call to actions, but it's important to have them on your website. And here are just some optional sections that you can include on your website that you can explore on your own. So another important aspect to building a website is making sure that your website is responsive. A responsive website is one that works well on all devices. So typically we'll build websites on a desktop layout, and it'll show, like, we can see how it works on the computer, but you should also test out how your website looks on mobile phones and tablets, as well as across different browsers. It's just something to keep in mind and something that should be done once you're happy with the way your website looks. Just make sure you're testing it out on different devices and browser types. And it's important to also plan out your website before you actually start building it. So make sure you have all of your content ready. By content, I mean your photos or any media that you want to use on your website, your company logo, as well as any bodies of text you want to include on your website. Also, it's good to have a basic idea of how you want your website to look, so you can create a rough sketch outlining the layout of your website, such as the one included in this picture. So once you have created your website, it's a good idea to use Google Search Console. Google Search Console tells Google about your website. So it allows Google to discover that your website exists, and it analyzes your website and adds it to the Google search results pages. Majority of the website builders provide assistance with how to use Google Search Console. I've included some links in the notes sections for this slide if you want to explore them. Okay, so now that we have an understanding of what a one-page website is and what to include on it, let's take a look at how to create a website on a website builder. So for today, I've chosen Wix, and the reason I've chosen Wix is because it provides a lot of creative freedom in terms of how we want to design our websites. So today, I'm going to build a simple one-page small business website for a fictitious donut shop called Happy Donuts. And the purpose of the website will be to tell visitors about the products the donut shop sells. So this is not an example of an e-commerce website that sells products and services online. It's just going to be a small business website offering information about the donut shop. Okay, so I'm just going to pull up the Wix website, and I should mention that I already have a Wix account. But if you don't have a Wix account or an account with a website builder, you should be able to create a free account on the website builder's website of your choice. So I've already created my account and I have it pulled up here. And I'm just going to go ahead and click Create New Site, this blue button right here. And just waiting for it to load. Okay, so once I've clicked Create New Site, it takes us to a series of questions because Wix wants to know what type of website we're interested in building. So the first question it's asking is, what kind of website are you creating? And you can select from one of these options here, so these suggestions, or you can type in your own search term. So I'm going to type in donut shop because we are creating a donut shop today. And I will click next. Okay, so the next question is, what's the name of your restaurant? So the wording of this question varies because it depends on the type of website you've indicated that you're building in the first question. So because we said we're creating a donut shop, it's asking us the name of our restaurant. But for example, if I had said that I was creating a portfolio or a blog, it wouldn't be asking me what's the name of my restaurant. It would probably ask me something along the lines of what's the name of your business or what would you like to call your business. So for today, we're actually going to call our donut shop Happy Donuts. And click next. All right, so here we're given the option to select from a variety of features to add to our website. You can always go back and add these later. The recommendations depend on the type of website that you've told Wix you're going to build. So for example, if your business isn't a restaurant, the restaurant menu probably wouldn't show up over here, or the food orders. And for today, I just want to point out that I won't be selecting any of the features because I want to show you how to add these features directly from the template. So I'm just going to deselect these and click next, but feel free to include any by selecting whichever features that you want to include on your website from this page here. So I just deselected and I'm going to click next. Okay, so here Wix actually gives us a few options in terms of how we want to create our website. So the first option that we have is to start with a template. So you would choose a template and then edit the template to add your business content, or you can get a custom built website from Wix. So today we're going to choose begin with a template. Okay, so I'm actually So for today, I'm actually going to choose blank template because I want to show you how to create a website rather than just edit a pre-existing template. But before I do that, I just want to point out that we have a variety of website template recommendations here, and they're based off of our search term of donut shop. So if we want to see different types of templates, we can choose all templates to explore all the templates that Wix has available, or you can choose from the drop-down menus over here. And you can also edit the search term to search for something else. But for today, we're just going to choose the blank templates. And I'm going to choose the minimal layout. And the reason I'm choosing the minimal layout is because it has a organized layout, but it doesn't have too many features that we don't want to use. So if you just scroll over, you can see that you can either view the template or click edit. So if we select the template, it actually goes to the template itself, and I'm just going to let it load. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. All right, so this is what the template looks like. And as you can see, it already has an organized layout with the header at the top. So the header typically includes the business name. It has the navigation menu. So this is where the different parts of our different sections and pages of our website are indicated. And then below the header, we have the body or the main section. And this is where we would include the body, the main content of our website. And then below, excuse me, and then below the main section, we have the footer at the bottom. And in this footer, we have included already the copyright information as well as just a message from Wix. And you can always go ahead and customize the footer to include elements such as subscribe options, or you can even include social media links. Okay, so the other thing I want to point out is if you can see that there are these dotted black lines over here, and these are grid lines. So these grid lines tell us the content that viewers can see on all mobile devices and devices in general. So if you want to make sure that like all of the content on your website is actually visible across all devices, just make sure that you place all of the content between these grid lines over here. So between the dotted black lines. And the other thing I want to point out is this left panel here. So the left panel here is actually quite useful because it has a lot of icons that allow us to add elements and content to our website, and we'll be using it quite a bit today. Okay, so now that we have an understanding of the layout and the overview of the website, let's go ahead and edit the website so we can create the Happy Donuts website. So the first thing I'm going to do is edit the header at the top here. And I'm going to double click on the site name and change it to Happy Donuts. Okay. And I just double clicked on it, or you can click edit text. And I'm making sure that all of my text fonts are consistent. So I'm going to be sticking with Helvetica. And you can go ahead, if you want to change the colors or like make it bold or italic, all of the options are available here. But for now, we'll just leave it as is. Okay, and I'm just going to drag it down just a little bit. There we go. Okay, and we can always go back and adjust them. The next thing I'm going to do is add the logo. So I'm going to go to the left panel, click on the media icon. And as you can see, I've already loaded the photos that I'll be using for this website under the site files section. And if you want to do that as well, you can click on this blue upload media button and upload the images or any other type of media that you want to just by clicking on this button here. So I'm actually going to choose this logo here. And it's quite big, so I'm going to resize it by resizing it from the corners. And the reason I want to resize it from the corner is because I don't want the image to look distorted. So just make sure when you're resizing, you're doing it from the corners. And I'm just going to make it a little smaller. And as I said, we can always just go back and change the look of it later. But for now, I think we'll leave it as is. And I'm just going to drag the height of the header down just so it includes all of the elements that I want included in the header. Okay. And then I want to go ahead and actually delete some of the sections in the navigation menu because I don't need these pages. I'm only going to keep the home page. So I'm going to select the navigation menu, click Manage Menu, and then I'm going to select the item that I want to delete, click on the circle with 3 dots, and I'm going to click Delete. And it takes some time sometimes just to delete, but as soon as it disappears from here, you can tell that it's also gone from the main page. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for the other 2 pages that I don't need. And last one. There we go. Okay, and I will be going back in to add the different sections to the navigation menu once I've added them to the page itself. I'm just going to click X, and then you can see that there's the social media links over here, the social media icons, and they're actually pinned to this side. So I'm going to click on this green thumbnail, and I'm going to click unpin this element. Okay, so now we're actually able to move it. And for now, I will just place it here. And I will click on, so I have the icon selected, and I'm going to click on layout. And I'm going to choose horizontal. Okay. And as you can see, now it's horizontally aligned. And I'll just move this down. And I will move the social media links down as well, just to match. And as you can see, there's a solid pink line, which is guiding us in terms of how the elements are aligned. So now we know that the social media links and are aligned with the different sections in the navigation menu, which is what we want. Okay, and the header, the height has automatically increased, so I'm just going to decrease it because we don't need the header to be that big. Okay, so next I'm actually going to be using a call to action. So I'm going to add a section by clicking on the add section button here, and I will choose a blank section. So our call to action is going to be just getting our website visitors to look at our menu. So we don't want them to order off of our website. We just want them to be able to look at our website, at our restaurant menu options, and then the prices, and the prices that correspond to the menu options. Just so they have an idea of the types of items that we offer at our physical location. So I'm going to first include a picture. So I'm going to click on media, and I'm going to choose this image right here. Okay, and this image is quite large, so I'm going to go ahead and crop. So if you crop, you can just double click. And once you double click, you'll see these turquoise or light blue tabs appear in the image. And those are the tabs that you use to actually crop out the portions of the image that you don't want. So I actually want to take the countertop out of the picture. So I'm just going to drag the line up and then just match it to the bottom of the plate, and I'm going to click apply. Okay, so now that I've cropped out the picture, I'm actually going to move it so that it's aligned in the center. And once again, we have the pink line guiding us. Okay, so next I'm going to add some text, and I'm going to add a heading. So what I did was I clicked on the add elements icon, and then text was already selected because it's the first one. And I'm going to go ahead and add heading 1. Okay. And again, I'm just eyeballing to see where it looks good, and we can always go back and change the placement. So I'm going to double click on it and type in the text that I want. So I'm going to type in freshly baked delights, and I'm going to highlight it because I want to add an effect. And once again, I'm keeping the font consistent. So I'm using Helvetica, and I'm going to add an effect, and I'll choose this last one here. Okay. And you can center it if you want, or you can leave it left or right aligned. That's completely up to you. The next thing I want to do is add a button. And I want to add elements, selected button, and I'm going to select this button here, this blue button. And this allows our visitors to interact with the website. So I'm going to use this button so they can view the menu. So I'm going to change the text of the menu by clicking change text and icon. And I'm going to type in view menu. Oops. Okay. And I also want to change how the button looks. So I'm going to click on this paintbrush looking tool. Okay, and I will click customize design, foreigners. And I'm going to edit it so it's not 0px. I'm going to edit it to 20. And you can see as soon as I entered 20px, the style of the corners changed. They became more rounded. And I'm also going to go ahead and bold the text. So I clicked on T and bold, and I'm going to change it to a bigger font. So let's do 18. Okay. So this is our call to action. And below the call to action, I'm going to add the menu itself. So I'm going to do so by clicking add section again. And so we don't want to add a menu that people can actually order from. We just want to list our product, the products that are available in store and their prices. So I'm just going to choose list. And as you can see, there's a variety of designs that show up. So you can feel free to choose from any one of them. For today, we'll be going with this one. And you just select it by clicking on it. And I'm going to edit this list title here to say menu. And you can include a description of the menu, but for today, we're just going to leave it blank. So I'll just delete it. Okay, and here I will be adding the menu item picture. So you just click on the image and then click change image. And then it just shows the images that we've already uploaded. So I'm going to select on this image right here. And as you can see, I can either crop or edit as well as adjust the image or cut out the background. But for today, we're just going to leave it as is. And then I'm going to add the product name. So we'll call this strawberry donut. And below, I will add the price. So I'm including that it's the price is stated in Canadian currency. And the reason I'm including that it's mentioning that it's included, the price is listed in Canadian currency is because when we create websites, we don't know where our visitors are coming from. So they might be coming from outside of the country, right? So it's a good idea to indicate which currency your price is listed in. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for the remaining 2 items. So I will call this one caramel donut. And once again, include the price. Make this $2. And then the last one, same thing, click on the image, click change image. And I'll select this image here. And I will call it Oreo donut. Okay, and once again, mention the price. Make this $3. And I'm going to leave these the same just as placeholders, just because it's not a real menu, but feel free to add as many items as there are on your actual menu. And I'm going to click on the background to change the background color. So the reason I'm changing the background color is because when we scroll right now, it's looking kind of bland because it's just one color. So it's not as interesting to scroll. So I'm going to click on change section background, choose color, and I'm going to choose this plus add. And so I'm choosing colors that are consistent with the logo color. So I'm just going to go with a turquoise looking color. So I'm just dragging the circle in this color spectrum bar here. And I'm just going to drag it until I see one of the colors that I like. So maybe just make it a little darker. And as you can see, as I start to drag this circle, the background also, the background color of the section also starts to change. So we can just leave it like that. Yep, that looks fine. So the next thing I'm going to do is actually change the menu text color, because right now we kind of have a dark background on a dark text color, and there's not much contrast between the text color and the background color. So I just want to show you how much easier it is to read when there is contrast between a text color and the background. So avoid having dark backgrounds with dark text or light backgrounds with light text, because it can be difficult for the reader to read the text then. And normally I would go ahead and change these to white as well, but I'll just leave these for now. Okay, so our next section is the About section. So again, I clicked on Add Section, and I'm going to choose About. And I will choose this design right here. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and change the hello message to say About Us. And then I'm going to change this description here to say Happy Donuts. And here I'm going to leave the description of the company as is, because it's not a real company. But if you're including a description, it's important to include information about how your business started, about your business, the purpose of your business, its missions, its goals or objectives, as well as the services that it provides. You can also include information about yourself as the business owner. So I'm going to go ahead and delete these elements. And once again, we have the image here. So these are stock images. One thing I want to note about stock images is that if you're not using images that are your own, make sure that they don't have any copyright restrictions on them. So Wix actually has a media library that you can choose from. There are also other websites that you can use, such as Unsplash. that are great for using royalty-free images. So just keep that in mind. And then once again, I'm going to go ahead and change the background by clicking on the background, clicking Change Strip Background, Color, and we'll choose the white color. Okay, and we're done with that section. And then I'm going to add the last section, which is the contact section. So again, I clicked on Add Section, About. Currently it's on About, and now I'm going to click on Contact. And I will choose this design right here. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, it has the Contact Us heading, the address with the address of the business, contact information, so the phone number and the email. So I'm going to, it's all actually included the social media links, but because we have the social media links in the header, I'm just going to delete it. And it also has the hours of operations, which is important if your business is providing services to customers, especially at a physical location. Okay, so below the contact information, we have the map, and the map actually reflects the address up here. So if you want to change the address that's shown on the map, you would just click on it and click Manage Locations. And I'm just going to type in the Mississauga City Hall address and show you how it's reflected in the map once I change the address here. So as you can see, as soon as I hit enter, the map changed to reflect the address. So it's just important to do so for your business so people know where your business is located. And I'm going to drag the map down so it fits to the end of the section. Okay. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and change the background, choose color, and I will choose a color that's similar to the logo color. Okay, and once again, because we have dark text on dark background, I'm just going to edit the font color so there's more contrast, just to show you how much easier it is to read. And we have a blank section below, so I'm going to click on this white toolbar here. There are 3 dots that allow us to choose the delete option. So I'm clicking on the 3 dots and clicking delete. Okay, so now we've deleted that section, so the footer comes right after our last section, which is what we want. And we're going to keep the footer as is. Okay, so now that we've created the different sections of our website, we can actually go ahead and add those sections to the navigation menu. So I'm going to click on the menu, click Manage Menu, and I will click on this link icon here. And because we have sections, so we only have one page, right? So we have sections, not different pages to the website. I'm going to click on section, and we only have one page, which is this home page here. And for section, the first section I want to add is the menu. And as you remember, I added the menu as a list. So I'm going to choose section, lists, click done. And then instead of list, I'm going to type in menu. And I will click done. Okay, so as soon as I entered it here, you can see it showed up on the screen as well. Okay, and I'm going to go and do that for the remaining sections as well. So this is the About Us section. Click done. And the last section is the Contact Us section. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and drag these so they're actually showing in the way that the page is actually organized. So the menu section comes first, then is the About Us section, and then it's Contact Us. And now I'm going to go ahead and link this button. So when people actually are trying to click on the button, I want to make sure that when they click on the button, they'll actually go to the menu section. So I'm going to select the button, click this link icon, and it's the same protocol as we followed when we were adding the different sections to the navigation menu. So we're just selecting section or anchor, and we're going to choose list because our menu was created as a list. Okay, and it's also helpful to have a chat feature. So just rearranging some things. So if you click on this search bar, it's really helpful because if you can't find an element on the web page itself, you can just search for it here. So I'm just going to type in chat, and we want to include a Wix chat, and we just want to include an option to chat with us. Okay, so it should appear, there it is. Okay, perfect. So before you publish your website, make sure you preview it. Okay, just to make sure that it looks exactly how you want it to. So I would go back and realign these, the logo and the company name. But the other thing I want to make sure is that the links, the menu links actually link to the actual section. So let's take a look. Yep, so menu goes to menu, About Us, and then Contact Us goes to the Contact Us page. That's fine. And then the call to action is working as we want it to as well. And the other thing to note is this banner here. This is the ad that I was talking about. So because this is a free website, Wix is advertising its platform on the website. So in order to remove it, we would have to purchase a paid plan. The other thing I want to point out are these icons here. So this is the desktop view. So right now we're seeing how the website would look on the desktop version. And it's important to also switch to the mobile view. So I'm just going to click on this, wait for it to respond. Okay, so it's important to click on the mobile view because we want to make sure that our website is displaying as we want it to on mobile devices. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of overlap here between the different elements. And if we wanted to go and edit these, we would just click on back to editor. And we would just, you can just drag them to edit it. And then once you're happy with how your website is looking, both on the mobile and the desktop versions, you would just click publish. And after you've published your website, just make sure that you're actually going on Google Search Console and telling Google about your website. But that's it for today. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope this webinar was helpful.
Thank you, Simran. That was really great. With the few minutes that we have left today, we just wanted to open up the floor for some questions. We saw some questions coming through the chat, so we'll go through a few of those questions. But if you have any more questions available, by all means, please put them in the chat. And our expert on websites will be happy to answer any of your questions.
Okay, awesome. So to get started, we did have a few questions that came through. Someone asked that they'd love to know what you think about the new Google website builder compared to the, I guess, the 3 previous ones that you had mentioned.
So it really depends on your business needs in terms of like what you're looking for and what type of website you want to build. Google is a great platform. Yeah, I would say like I think you should just assess like what type of website you want to build and assess your business goals and your business needs. They're all really great platforms. It just depends on your website needs.
What would you say is like the one main difference between like Google websites versus the Wix website? Is it the drag and drop sort of option?
Um, well, they're fairly similar. It's just again, like it would just depend on because it's very different. Like it just depends on like your what you're looking for, right? So yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on. Can you add a template you have already purchased to a website builder?
That's actually a very good question. I can look into that. That's not something that I've done in the past. That's that would require customization, so that wouldn't be, I imagine that wouldn't be available on the free plan.
Okay, awesome. I think this is in reference to something you showed in your presentation. They're asking, is this a one-page website or a classic website?
Oh, it's a one-page website. So classic website would actually have links to different pages. So you know how at the top I had the navigation bar, and it had the contact us section and then the menu. So instead of um, having them as different sections on the page, when we on a classic website, if we were to click on them, they would actually go to a different page. So that's the difference. Like a classic website just has a one home page, a separate home page, and then the other pages are actually just linked to that page.
Okay, thank you. Do the website providers secure the website against defacing or hacking?
So yes, they do provide security, and they also provide SSL certificates with the free plans. In terms of hackability, it's not 100% secure. So there have been instances where websites have been hacked. If you want like extra protection, that's something that I would inquire about with the website builder support staff, but they do provide general security. Yeah.
Okay, great. And someone else is asking about, I think they missed the beginning of the webinar and you're just inquiring about a recording for the seminar. We will be sending out a recording after this webinar to your emails. We'll also be posting it on social media and it will be available on our website as well. Okay.
I think the next question is, I think we had one question that was submitted earlier,
Mhm.
and that was how many platforms or programs are free website builders and which ones are the most popular?
So the most popular are the ones that some of the ones that I mentioned today. There are a lot of website builders that provide free options. Like if you just do a Google search, you'll find a plethora of them. So there are way more than we talked about today. So if you want to search them and do your research, which I do recommend, because I always say that like picking a website builder is kind of like choosing a house. You don't want to just go with the first one that you come across. So definitely go ahead and do a Google search. You would just type in free website builders, and you'll have like so many options that show up. There was another part to the question. Um,
I think you
which
answered both.
ones are the popular ones? So yeah, um, there's GoDaddy, there's Wix, there's Weebly, there's also um, the, well, there's just so many. You can use Google to create your website as well. Um, so yeah, I would just recommend doing a general Google search and then exploring the different types. And there are also platforms or like websites who've done comparisons to help users choose choose a website builder that would be right for them. So that would be helpful to like looking at the reviews and looking at the comparisons that the different websites have done.
Perfect. And then I think we have a couple questions in regards to WordPress. I think some have had difficulty, some just want to create a simple site, just an informational site. So, would you recommend switching from WordPress onto any of the platforms you mentioned today? And yeah, I guess just in general, what is your experience with WordPress and why would you recommend WordPress over other websites? And why would you recommend the other sites over WordPress?
So I don't typically, favor one website builder over the other. Again, as I said, it depends really on your business needs. So it can be on a case-to-case basis. WordPress, in general, it's more advanced. So if you're just looking for a regular, simple website that's just telling people about your business and you don't want to do anything too complicated, then I would recommend using one of the website builders. Just because WordPress, there's a lot of different elements to it and it can be a little bit overwhelming. So I would recommend maybe trying one of the website builders.
Awesome. And then another question was, are you also sharing the presentation? So as we previously mentioned, we are sharing the recording of this presentation as well as any resources that we've used in this presentation. So you'll get access to all of that in an email after after today's webinar. And then the next question is the hosting a separate service from the builder?
No, so your website would be hosted on the website builder. So if you're creating a website on Wix or GoDaddy, your host would be Wix or GoDaddy.
Great. And then can I use this builder twice for two different businesses?
Yes, so a lot of the website builders, including Wix, they'll allow you to create websites, multiple websites, and you can use it for different business types. Yeah.
Great. Awesome. If there's just any other questions left, please do put it in the chat. In the meantime, just wanted to once again encourage if you are a small business looking for any digital support or looking to grow and move your business forward, there are two great programs, the Digital Main Street and the My Main Street program. These programs can be found on our website at idmsaga.ca. So if these interest you, please do go ahead and look up our site and just sign up for the services as well. And next question is, can you start with a free builder and change to a paid plan without having to redo your website?
Yes. So, say for example, you created a website and you created an online store. A lot of the free plans, they have limited scaling options for online stores. So a lot of the times people do end up purchasing the premium plan to add features that are included within a paid plan. So that is an option that's available.
Great. Awesome. And then how do things change when you add your own domain?
So customized domains, they're not available through free plans. So one of the major things that you would have to do is purchase a premium or a paid plan. And then there are just a few steps that you have to follow in terms of linking your domain, the custom domain that you bought to the actual website. So the website builders actually provide guidance on how to do that. So just make sure that you follow those steps.
Great. And just looking through the chat, is it? And then one last question here is it easy to switch from one builder to another?
Switch in terms of if you've created a website.
So for example, if they build using Wix, can they switch over to another platform like Weebly or something like that?
For the same website,
So
I mean, you may be able to transfer the website, but it's not the easiest thing. And website builders, they want you using their platform. So
yeah,
that's something that I would inquire about with the support staff. Yeah.
yeah, I think that's they would recommend just sort of having you stay in within their platform, so they won't make it as easy. But something you can sort of do is transfer your domain, which will help to sort of transfer that any SEO that you have related to that domain onto your new site. And I think we have one other question here, which we can help to answer after, as we are just running out of time. So any other questions that we have left here, we will reach out to you personally and we'll be more than happy to answer those questions. And once again, you will receive all the resources that we provided today and our contact information. So we are happy to answer any other questions or support you need once you receive all that information. All right. Thank you so much, Mona. Thank you so much, Simrit, for your wonderful presentation today. I hope everyone found it super useful. Stay tuned for the recording in case you guys want to review all the information again. And we hope to see you again next week on our next webinar.
All right. Thank you everyone for attending. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.